I'd like to share a secret with you. But before I do, I'd like to ask you a question. Have you ever had an out-of-body experience? One where you can see yourself writhing in pain, made acutely aware by the passage of time or glances of other people? For me, this happens quite often. I have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. I guess it's not so much of a secret as it is that I'm just not used to declaring it that directly. I've become so used to referring to it as my sensitive stomach or my stomach issues. Nerves, as we used to call it when I was a kid. See, it's one of those things that's just kind of awkward to disclose, because how do you just bring it up? And once it has been brought up, how much do you share? But the thing is, once it's identified, it's no longer a secret. When I finally learned I had it, it was actually a relief. I may still experience it by myself, but I was no longer alone. Why am I telling you all this? Because as I started thinking about San Pedro's adoption of the concept of schizophonia, the splitting of an original sound and its electroacoustic reproduction, I started thinking about this sensation that occurs when I find myself in a random location due to a flare-up. It all typically starts when I feel a sound emit from my body. You know the feeling. When you've really got to go, but you're not in a location to easily do so. You just know whatever you're doing is about to change. It's not so much of a separation of the sound from the reproduction as it is the reproduction from the original sound. What was the present moment is now in the past. I can hear it and see it, but it's nothing but a recording of the past, and my current focus is the exit strategy to get myself to safety. Sounds that once were natural have now become artificial, secondary to my inner dialogue, guiding me to find a bathroom, regardless of my prior obligations and responsibilities. You start to hear yourself the moment you get a flare-up. When you finally end up in a bathroom, it's just you, sitting there. The voice is always mapping exit routes, even how to gracefully exit the exit. So in our final moments together, consider this scenario. For those who still go to the supermarket, if your stomach was acting up, and not just gassy, but like you've got to get to the bathroom, would you go at the market? Would you jump out of line and run home? Can you imagine yourself in that situation? Would you try and distract your mind and body by anchoring it in the physical environment? Or would your mind take over, mapping out your exit strategies and helping you prepare for the worst possible scenarios? Thank you all for listening. My name is Drew Mandanak. Thank you for taking the time to support artists and share in their work. I hope you enjoy the rest of San Pedro 2020.